Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Peace and abundance to everybody watching right now. But make sure y'all hit that like button. That way we can get this in the algorithm, man, and spread this message. I greatly appreciate you. So today I just want to speak to y'all and ask a question, really. My question to you is, are you prepared for what's about to happen? Are you really ready? And this isn't no doomsday talk. You guys already know my channel, man. I spread a lot of good energy. At least I try to. And I don't try to put a lot of fear or low vibration on my feed. But this is a question you should ask yourself. And it's not really, are you ready per se about what's going to happen, but more so, are you self-sufficient? How self-sufficient are you? That's the real question you should ask yourself. If everything's to hit the fan right now, there's no way you could buy food, right? You got no power. You don't have any of the necessities that we use now. How self-sufficient are you? Can you take care of yourself? No matter if it's doomsday talk, you don't believe things are going to happen or not, can you take care of yourself? Can you provide for yourself? Right? Me and my dad was talking about this a few days ago, just how the new currency that's coming out with the other countries and how things are getting so expensive here. And it's going to get to a point where you can't even afford anything. It's already crazy. The price is already crazy, and it's going to get worse. And it's like people aren't seeing that. They're just doing the same thing. They're just living a life like nothing's happening around them. And you got to have some sort of awareness. Now I understand you don't want to give your focus to the negativity, which is a good thing, but you still got to be prepared. And the issue with us, man, is we're spoiled. We are so attached to the material, everything that's provided to us, that it cripples us. You don't know how to do anything for yourself. I'll give you an example, man. It was this show I watched. I forget what it was called, but it was in black and white, so you know it was a while ago. I think it took place in like maybe the 30s or 40s or something like that. And it was talking about what we're in right now, what we're going through right now. But at that time, it was the beginning stages. And they use a washing machine as an example of you can buy this luxurious washing machine where it washes your clothes for you. You don't got to lift a finger, but just put the clothes in there. But he was like, in order for you to get that, you got to work. Right? So this was before like the Industrial Revolution was really taking off and people was working 9 to 5s. Before that, everyone was more self-sufficient. And he was saying like, to get these luxurious things, you got to work. So that's the compromise. And that's where we are today. Everything that we have, we got to work for. We got to get money to buy stuff. That's our whole life. We work to buy things we don't even need. And I'm not saying it's bad to have nice things. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we work for things that we don't need. And we have this fear of not having these things if we don't work. When everyone before our time, our grandparents, great-grandparents, they were more self-sufficient. My grandparents grew up on a farm. Right? What do we spend our money on? We spend our money on food, on rent, power, electricity, all these things, and then a whole bunch of stuff we don't need. But imagine back then when you had your own land, you had your own livestock, you grew your own food. What else did you need? You had the basic necessities already. And that's where we used to be. And that's where we're going back to. If you ever seen the show Dr. Stone, where the whole world ended and it had to restart from scratch and they had to relearn how to do everything. That's where we're going back to. Right? When these solar flares hit, man, and that power go out, it's going to be chaos. Because a lot of people haven't trained themselves for that. A lot of people aren't even aware. People just going about their life like nothing's about to happen. And there's a lot of people that's not going to make it for that reason. It's in your best interest right now to prepare yourself. Make sure you stock up on food that's going to last you. And learn how to not eat so much. Fasting is one of the greatest things you can do right now, because it's going to help you lose that attachment to food and eating all the time. And it's going to help you build a strong mentality, so where you don't need so much food all the time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have that mentality. They got to eat every 5 minutes. Like, for real, you guys already know. A lot of people can't go 5 minutes without eating something. They got to snack on something. That's psychological. But fasting helps you build that mental strength, mental endurance to go without. And you can start off with doing intermittent fasting, where you go 12 to 16 hours without eating every day. If your last meal is at 8 p.m., you won't eat your next meal till around lunchtime the next day. And that right there is going to be a start for you, but you can do a hard fast where you go 3 to 7 days. It's going to build your mental up, make you mentally tough to go without food. And you'll realize you don't need as much food as you think. Because when it gets to a point where the grocery stores are closed down or the shelves are empty and you're not getting as much food as you're used to, you're going to have to endure those times. Okay? And a lot of people aren't going to make it for this reason. And the reason why I bring up food, why food is going to be the number one, obstacle for a lot of people. A lot of people going to be in the streets, a lot of chaos. Because I pulled up here, man, the average cost, or the average person spends about $150 on food a week. In a week. Now, I know the prices, for groceries are crazy right now. So that has a part in it too, but still $150 a week is crazy. And I can guarantee you most of that money is going to fast food and eating out. Just drive around your city, man. Look at the fast food lines. They always full. So just imagine when $150 a week and you're not getting that much food anymore, what it's going to do to people. You got to prepare yourself. You got to get ready for this. If you ever watch the show Naked and Afraid, I think that's what it's called, and where they butt naked out in the wilderness, got to survive. They don't be eating for days. You know what I'm saying? They might have their one meal. They might find 2 beetles, and then they get those 2 beetles. They be excited. They'll put it on a little stick and roast it, and that's their meal for the day. 2 beetles. They got to go out and try to make traps and catch something bigger, but they be going days without eating, man. But they're still surviving, and sometimes it makes them go crazy. They'll just give up and leave. But just imagine the people out here who not mentally prepared for that. As far as their eating habits, they have no discipline. We're not even talking about getting your spirit right. Just your energy. The energy is already toxic and heavy. People haven't been working on themselves. And those are the people that's going to feel it the most. It's going to hit you like a truck, right? Like you walking out into the street, you didn't look both ways, and boom, you just get hit. That's how it's going to be for a lot of people. Even for people that's been working on themselves, trying to get their spirit, mind, and body right, you still feeling the heaviness now with the energy. You might be feeling tired. You might feel like your mood hasn't been the best lately. You've been kind of just in a tough situation. But that's just because the energy's rising up on this plane. But just imagine the people who aren't even working on themselves, what they're going through and what they're about to witness. So this isn't like no fear mongering or anything like that, man. This is real talk. They're already in New York, already rolling out the scanners where it scans your hand, scans the veins in your hand, and you're going to need that in order for you to even get into the store and buy food. This stuff is around the corner, and time is moving fast. Time is speeding up. I know you guys see it too, man. Like, it seems like as soon as you wake up, it's already the middle of the day already. As soon as you start doing some work, the day almost over. And we was talking about this way back in 2020, and a lot of people didn't believe it, man. And you see it now. Things are happening slowly. Things might not always happen on the time frame that people say it do, but it's still happening. And now it's here. And this is why all these distractions are here, to keep you in the matrix, to keep you asleep so you don't see what's going on and what's about to happen. And I'm going to tell you, boy, it's about to be a rude awakening for a lot of people. Right? Now, you got to make sure that you prepare yourself. Get your mind right. You want to be able to at least sustain yourself and your family if you have to. Start learning skills again, man. Even myself, bro. Like, I remember when I was a kid, we used to be outside. I used to be fishing. We used to be out in the woods. I feel like our senses were even a lot stronger, a lot more keen, because we didn't have phones. We wasn't on our phone all day. You know, we might have watched a little TV. You watch your little cartoons and then you go outside, or you might play the game a little bit and you back outside. But we didn't have these phones messing with our senses. So our survivability back then was top notch. You know, and we got to get back to learning those skills again. Just learning how to be outside and learning how to survive without using technology and the things that we take for granted now, really. And I'm guilty too. I'm relearning things as we speak, making sure that I'm self-sufficient. What we got to do is we have to slowly transition ourselves to how things were and being able to survive on your own. Okay? If you got a job, that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You got to get it how you live. But at the same time, start preparing yourself, right? Start getting yourself ready to be able to hold your own. That's all I'm saying. You know, so that's why I wanted to make this video, man, because, you know, that talk I had with my dad really inspired me. And it just made me realize, bro, like, things is happening fast. Really, really, really fast. You know, and I feel like it's going to catch a lot of people off guard, man. So, with that being said, guys, keep your spirit right. Make sure you cleansing yourself and healing yourself so that you're on the right side, not only history, but you're on the right side of the shift. Okay? Because if your energy's right, your spirit's right, you're going to be guided, you're going to be protected regardless. You know what I'm saying? But also, it's going to give you the instructions to get your mental and your physical right. You know, your guardian's going to give you those instructions to make the right moves, make the right plays, to make sure that you're self-sufficient. Okay, guys, so that's all I wanted to say, man. If you guys need a one-on-one consultation, yes, I do those. Hit my link in my description and in my pinned comments. But other than that, y'all have a beautiful day, man, and I'm out. Peace.